Gonna test my new live data stream to see if it works out, and while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna try and take some live questions from you guys, so go ahead and ask them now. Anybody got a question I can answer? Do you think Ned's Declassified was awesome? Not even familiar with Ned's Declassified. Neat. They do pretty well as far as DC animation goes. Next question, Critical. Will you talk about Paramount? They're in arguably worse financial situation than Sony is right now. Yes. We are planning to do a live, or not a live, to see them. Love to see him direct a Ghostbusters film. Paramount had Ghost in the Shell, Baywatch, and Transformers all flop. Yes, they did. All right, that wasn't a question, but that is the truth. I think Dimension, I'm not I think I'd have to look it up, but I think Dimension is now owned by the Weinsteins on their own, and I haven't seen too much out of them other than just a few various releases over the years since they've gone out on their own. They used to be under Disney, actually. I know that. I was going to say Dimension hasn't been doing much of anything. Critical, you're right. Yes, Riki Keg, the answer to do you intend to do... Hello there once again, guys. Hopefully this stream works a lot better. And then I'll get back to answering some questions. Okay, I'm getting reports from you guys that it's working a little bit more steadily now, which is good. That's just what I want to hear. So. What is the next question we got here? We're talking about Death of Superman still. Again, if they handle it correctly and they give it a lot of care and they don't truncate it as much as the last Death of Superman animated film, it would be a lot better. If they give it, say, the Dark Knight treatment over, even though a lot of people didn't like the sequel to Dark Knight Returns, and I know The Killing Joke had a lot of issues, they need to stop adding shit to the animated films, that's for sure. So, any more questions out there? Okay, Dave Lee asks, I was wondering if you could perhaps release a video, give your thoughts on Marvel's Fox property ban on video game projects, Marvel vs. Capcom, Infinite, and Mobile Wars. And I'm assuming you're talking about how X-Men has basically been kind of pushed to the side due to their relationship with Fox, and same thing with Fantastic Four. That's very possible that they'll do something on that, or we'll discuss that when we get to a Fantastic Four video. I think it's bullshit. I think they should. It seems like Marvel Comics has really got their heads up their ass right now. And I seen another thing earlier, just made me sick about how they were like one of the writers or artists there. I can't remember the name now. Said something to somebody about, you know, doesn't matter if you're a fan for 5 years or 5 minutes, you're no more of a fan one way or the other. Something like that. It's a bunch of bullshit. Something about loyalty, and then somebody else said something back, and then he got real dickish about it. Anyway, if you had to pick an Avenger to do in Infinity War, who would it be? Joseph asks. I think he means die in Infinity War. If I had to pick somebody, it'll probably be either Cap or I know Iron Man will probably die, possibly. That's a very good possibility. Uniqueness 35. It will be given Dark Knight Returns stream one film split into 2 parts. That's better than what they did the first time around, Uniqueness. And again, Carlos, I did not see the Power Rangers movie, and I did not see Ned's Declassified. I seen that was a Nickelodeon movie, apparently, or show, and I'm not familiar with that, sorry. And apparently Fox will be campaigning for a Best Picture nom for Logan, and Warner will be campaigning for Wonder Woman. Do you think they should actually get nominated? Critical asks. Yes on Logan, no for Wonder Woman. Well, totally yes. I don't know about us totally doing a video on Dimension, but it's a possibility that they'll come up in later roundtables or will be discussed. I know they are not in the best of shape right now since they've been separated from Disney. And they're developing a Doctor Doom movie from the show. I did hear something about a Doctor Doom movie, yes. Critical. I did hear something about that. You're talking to Uniqueness. Neil, I agree. Probably Stark or Rogers will be the major deaths in the movie. Avengers Infinity War. Dark Tower. Not looking forward to it as much as I was before. You guys are having issues with the stream, it seems like, so this is not working out. I'm going to probably cut it here in a bit. Any plan to review the Emoji Movie, King Fox asks? Probably not. At least not right now. I don't plan on, while it's in theaters, I'm not going to give them my money. And yes, Critical, I've heard Dark Tower is apparently a mess. And it's only considering they... haven't been able to sell the TV show with them yet. And thanks, Ryan. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's thank you so much. This is my new equipment, and it's obviously not working out. Have you ever thought about talking about the Ninja Turtles movie franchise? Yes. And I have big issues with the last 2 movies that Paramount did, and that's something that I've possibly thought about doing a video about in the near future as well, because I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. So basically, I'm having some issues with the video, so I'm probably going to just call it a day. And maybe answer some of your questions right in the chat. So thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry it didn't work too well.